Just gonna start now. Alright, we're here. Continuing Portal 2 because we said we would. And last time, Blouse became a potato. This time, we have stuff to talk about. Steven was
We were talking about how crappy the PS3's UI is?
Yeah, right before we started recording, I was ranting about how the PS3 was a bitch to work with, and then Steven was like, hey, how about we save this for the video? And I was like, okay, so we're continuing now.
Okay, so basically, as Logan has mentioned, he had been complaining about the PS3's UI, and as I brought up, it's literally the same exact UI that the PSP had.
Except I don't have a PSP.
He's never owned a PSP, but I have had one.
I have a Vita.
And, yeah, and I can tell you, it is literally the exact same UI. And the thing is, I had a PSP before I ever had a PS3. And while I no longer own either of them now, I can tell you this right now. The UI is significantly better to use on the PSP, because it makes sense for a small console like that. The UI on the PS3 looks too minimalistic, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And confusing.
Like, the PS4 one's easy to use and stuff.
And the PS5 one is so simplistic that it's like probably the easiest console of this current generation.
I like the PS5 UI though.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, it is ridiculously easy to use that one.
Yeah, even the PS2 UI was easy to use. That's saying something.
But like PS3, the PS3 and the PSP, they both have this issue where it's fucking impossible to find where you're supposed to go to do things unless you already know ahead in advance, like ahead in time. Like
PS3 architecture.
Yeah.
We talked about this in Angry Birds.
I quite literally would constantly get lost on both consoles. Like, unless it was like the very most basic things. To be fair, I owned like a PSP back when I was like 6, so
I forgot what you have to do from here, so yeah, speaking of consoles and small, Valve has announced the Steam Deck, which is basically a Nintendo Switch that can run Steam games.
Yes, a Nintendo Switch without the physical copies.
Yeah.
Exactly what I don't need.
Well, I think nowadays PC games sold at retail with a box, but just have a code inside of them.
No, the thing here is that I like the physical games, and on the basis that it doesn't get fucking erased from existence.
True, Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah. After Scott Pilgrim, I've quite literally learned my lesson on if there's any sort of like small game that isn't like one of the major ones that I like, I better hope to God that there is a physical release.
Yeah, there's a company dedicated to doing that.
Yeah.
Limited run.
Yeah, I know. But because, like, quite literally, without them, these games would be dead in the water if they were ever removed from anything.
Yes. There's an entire website dedicated to games removed from digital storefronts that I visit a lot. It's called Delisted Games, and Scott Pilgrim was for the longest time the most visited page on that site.
Yeah. I remember those days.
Yes.
I actually had Scott Pilgrim on the PS3.
And then your PS3 got stolen.
Yeah. Ain't that a bitch?
I remember when the remaster announcement.
I also had it on Xbox 360. That got stolen with the PS3.
Fun.
Yeah, that day in my freshman high school year is quite literally the thing that cemented to me. High school was gonna fucking blow.
Hey.
Then as it turned out, I actually had fun with my last couple of years up there, so,
Well, you met me, which may or may not have been a mistake.
The other positive being here that, like, around my senior year, I finally decided to like, do shit with my life. That didn't last long. It literally lasted only that 1 year. But that was the year I decided to do things like go to like the school musicals or like go to prom and shit. I basically had fun in that year.
Huh. I'm lost.
I'm pretty sure that's the point.
Fun. Thank you, Dave.
Oh, no, that's...
No, well, unless there's something up here I can shoot. Nope. Or, that's a pipe.
And it was also green.
Yes, I love game design, as you can see. What else has happened?
The Persona 6 thing.
Oh yeah, Persona's 25th anniversary is starting in September, and there will be 7 different project announcements until autumn 2022. And if they have that big of a time frame with only 7 of them, I wonder what they're going to show off.
Here's hoping for that Persona 1 and 2 remakes.
That's not happening.
I fucking want it.
It's not happening.
If it happens, though, by the way, I want Gnarly to end up looking like the way he did in the first games. That show is both hilarious and really wrong.
My unrealistic predictions are, well, some of these may not have any, but okay. My 7 announcement predictions are Persona 6, at least like a teaser. Persona 5 Arena, because I could die.
Of course.
I could die happy if that happens. Persona 3 remake, because that game desperately needs one at this point.
It really does.
And like I tried to play it on the PS2, but I just couldn't. And a remake would just make things easier. Sorry to any Persona 3 fans out there, but that's my 2.
No, it's fine. Like, especially if you weren't playing Fez.
I was playing Fez.
Yeah, but like that game has not aged the best.
True.
Especially considering how you actually have something to compare it to.
Yeah. I mean, I want to play it, but everyone tells me not to because of the gameplay. So I'll just wait for a while. My other random guess is more multi-platform ports, because I think they're going to start doing more of that, considering how successful Logan was on Steam. Maybe they'll port Royal on Steam and some of the other spin-offs. Maybe Xbox Game Pass if Microsoft pays Sega enough.
Let's be honest here, they probably will.
Because, I mean, Sega put the entire Yakuza franchise on Game Pass.
It doesn't run the best, but they put it on.
True. So yeah, and also, those unaware, Sega owns Atlas, so Persona is a Sega property.
Funnily enough, Sega also owns the whole I think it was Krypton, Vocaloid line, like the rights to make video games out of them. So
I know Hatsune Miku was in Persona 4 Dancing.
Yeah, that's exactly why Miku was in that game, because they literally own the rights to use her in video games.
Yeah, that was the post Sega acquisition.
If only they used the system that they use in the Miku games, because trust me, that it's better.
That was the post Sega acquisition of Atlas. What else? Maybe I could see like son of a bitch. I don't know if a Nintendo Switch port will happen, but considering it would probably, I hate myself. Considering the technical hurdles it would have to go through, but if they got Doom Eternal to run on the Switch, then I guess anything can happen.
It's called cloud gaming.
Doom Eternal is digital download only. It's not a cloud.
Isn't it? Because I know for a fact that they have quite a few games on cloud.
Doom Eternal's not one of them though.
I'm pretty sure the DLC is.
It's not.
Huh.
It was going to be a physical release, but they canceled it because it just wouldn't fit on the card.
Yeah.
Or Bethesda likes to be Bethesda.
Probably both.
Yeah.
It's actually no, it's definitely both. You want to know why?
Bethesda.
Because there is one major positive to their limited cartridge space, and that is the fact that companies have to work around that physical limitation by actually getting good at compiling their games.
Actually getting good. And then there's Capcom, who just does their Legacy Collection and shit.
Yeah. But, quite literally, there is, fucking Sega has gotten good at, just shoving in games into one cartridge.
Yeah, they do the, what are they called? The value packs now.
Yeah, where they literally have 2 games on one cartridge.
Super Monkey Ball and Sonic Forces on one cartridge. As if you want either of those. I was gonna say Sonic Forces.
No, but that one was not considered the best.
I remember trying to get Super Monkey Ball and Need for Speed, whatever that one was on the Switch. Mm-hmm. Whichever one's on the Switch, it was a remaster. Mm-hmm. But like they had them in stock at GameStop, and they said, well, they had them on display at GameStop,
and but they didn't have it in stock.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
And all I could say is, but like, yeah, the fact of the matter is that like nowadays it's either you go purely on the digital storefront with Nintendo, or you actually get good at making sure your games aren't taking up unnecessary space.
Or you could. I remember Pete.
Or you can just cheap out and go for cloud gaming like Guardians of the Galaxy's young.
I remember like on Amazon, I was looking on Amazon, seeing like if you were to look at the reviews of the BioShock Switch port, there's a bunch of 1-stars saying like, oh, the entire game's not on one cartridge, just you have to download a chunk of it. And I'm like, bitch, suck it up. You can buy storage if you can buy a Switch.
I mean, I just recently bought a new SD card, so yeah.
Yeah. I got a micro SD card for the purpose of hacking my Wii U, and I have everything needed to hack it except for a Windows PC, so I can't hack it right now. Not like Nintendo's gonna care.
Let's see, what should we talk about now?
Oh, a little funny topic is that son of a bitch. I'm going backwards, never mind.
Yeah.
Something funny that happened is that, Nickelodeon is making a Super Smash Bros. Clone, and it's been confirmed to have rollback netcode, aka better Wi-Fi than Ultimate. So people are just joking about that.
It literally has better Wi-Fi than a lot of games.
Yeah.
A lot of which are fighting games. I think I saw a shit post about that. Let me see it.
Yeah. I am unironically gonna try to be a top player in that game.
I know, you literally put it on the Discord.
Yeah, I did. I know. Because I'm serious, but only if they add Squidward. If they don't add Squidward, I'm throwing hands. But they actually acknowledged Add Real Monsters, which is a series that they don't acknowledge a lot, apparently.
They really don't. Like, I was actually shocked when I heard that they actually acknowledged it.
Yeah. They're also going to have...
I've seen Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series acknowledge it more than I've seen Nickelodeon do.
I know they're...
Here.
Really says a lot about society.
Rollback netcode. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. No rollback netcode. Fucking Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Tekken 7, Virtua Fighter 5, Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Street Fighter 5.
Does anyone even play Grand Blue Fantasy?
People. I don't, but that's because I never got into the series.
Because I remember people were hating on it because it wasn't Persona 5 Arena. No joke.
People can suck it up.
Well, that's what the rumors said. It would come out in late...
My opinion of Persona 5 has gone so downhill thanks to its fucking fandom.
Imagine having an opinion based off of fandom.
I mean, that's how I feel about Ruby.
My stance has been proven. I am so lost right now.
To be fair, the difference here is that Ruby has a bad fandom that really affects the what's going on in the story. You want to know why?
No.
Because they quite literally don't go back to check what they've already done. That's not a joke. They are proud about the fact that they don't have consistency. And quite literally spend most of their time listening to what the fan wants for them to, like, write down shit.
Make them two have sex.
It'll probably happen eventually.
Yeah, probably.
At
this point...
The thing about that is the fact that the fandom is too focused on shipping rather than actually having a decent story.
Yeah, well, a lot of fandoms are like that.
Yeah, I don't like those fandoms either. Like, it's definitely turned me off from a lot of shows that I probably could have gotten into. Trust me, if I had seen the way that the Avatar The Last Airbender fandom was back in the day, I probably wouldn't have gone into that cartoon. To be fair, I watched that cartoon back when it was coming out, and I didn't use the internet for shit, so I got lucky there. I avoided the entirety of the shit show that was the shipping wars.
Imagine shipping. That's the full sentence. That is the.
Here's a fandom that got so obsessed with pleasing itself that it quite literally ruined the story. Homestuck.
Homestuck. I can't aim for shit.
To be fair, it's not like it would have affected much, considering how the people creating it are complete and total monsters.
Were you really supposed to go this way? I'm a dumbass. I spent 15 minutes trying to figure out the way. It's been like 5 years since
I just stopped paying attention to what you're doing. I'll be honest here.
Fair enough. I just spent 15 minutes, and I haven't played this game in 5 years, so.
I actually saw a post that Logan showed me from Discord, where someone claimed that they were me, and all I could say is, in what way? Because I don't know if you should want to be me. I'm a 21-year-old who's a complete train wreck.
Whoa. Alright. Speaking of which.
Hello.
Hello, me and are you gaming with the buddy?
Yes.
What game?
Portal.
Nice.
Say hi.
Unknown buddies. Whoa. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Steven is.
Are we the unodd buddies then?
Shut up.
Unodd buddies. No, unodd buddies.
So this is new.
Yes. Steven is right next to me. And that person who said I'm Steven is in the voice chat right now, but muted.
Yeah. Yes, she never speak.
Yes.
Unless she does. So I'm gonna start around.
Okay, I'm going to continue gaming. Alright, that was a taste of those people.
Okay, that was weird.
I do that sometimes.
Let's see, what else did I want to talk about?
3, 2, 1. We went from Nickelodeon Smash Clone to...
Speaking of Nickelodeon, everyone who's watching this video, watch Quentin Review's video on iCarly.
Oh, I see what you're supposed to do. I think you're supposed to hit both buttons at the exact same time.
Potentially.
Or, yeah, this will speed it up. Alright, but... Well, I did something.
Congratulations, you opened the vault.
Oh boy, the new vault, that looks great. Alright.
Oh, yeah. I actually had something to talk about something I was playing recently. I had gotten, well, because I was bored and I was just buying games for my Switch. Because, you know, occasionally you go to a GameStop on a mall after watching a movie to, like, buy shit.
Yes.
And I had gotten a game. Specifically, it was a Yu-Gi-Oh game. It was that, I forgot what it was called, like, the full title.
Stop talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! You're scaring all the viewers away.
This is quite Legacy of the Duelist, and specifically the one that's on the Switch. And what happens here is, I was looking at the story mode for the entire game, and I noticed something interesting. Something that, quite literally, whenever you're playing, whenever you're meant to play a duel, you would always play the canonical winner of the duel.
Bruh.
So, like, if you were playing that game where Kaiba decided to play the suicide card, you would be playing as Kaiba rather than Yugi.
Yeah.
Even though he is, like, the protagonist. And, heck, sometimes you'd even play the villain, I think. But, like, but what I noticed was, they actually chose someone who you would play as for a duel that never got an actual answer.
Huh.
And that was the Jaden versus Yugi duel. You're in a game that went out of its way to try to make you play as the character that always the characters that would always win the duel rather than like anyone else. They decided to allow you to play Jaden. And considering how Konami very much could have easily chosen like Yami to be the playable character because they love shilling him. Does that mean that canonically Jaden actually does end up winning that duel?
I don't know much about Yu-Gi-Oh, so I can't really comment. Shit.
It's a real good thing that you had those boots.
True.